What's going on, guys? Eli Martyr here. Thanks for joining me on the FreeMelon Society once again. I'm running into a little bit of a busier period right now for myself, and sometimes you notice on this channel that I don't upload for maybe like a week or 2 weeks at a time. And if you ever notice that, then it's because my schedule can be very chaotic, very unpredictable, and busy periods come in, in huge chunks. And free time comes in chunks as well. So that's why that is what it is, because I work in a very, very chaotic industry. What does it look like when I'm not eating fruit? And what does it mean to be a fruitarian, right? And let me just give you what that means for me personally. And I call myself a fruitarian, or living a fruit-based lifestyle, because that's the most accurate way I can describe what I do, right? I don't say that I eat 100% fruit all the time, because that's misleading, but I also can't call myself a raw vegan, because that would also be misleading, right? Most people have an idea of what that means to be a raw vegan, and if I just say that, that's not the case. Like I've been teaching on this channel from day one. In the playlists of this channel, you can watch if you're new to this channel, go back and watch the foundation level course, right? It's a series of 3 videos that you would want to watch if you're just being introduced to these concepts. The human diet: fruit, leafy greens, and nuts and seeds. That's the human diet, okay? Those are included in the Eli menu. Those are all acceptable food items for myself. Of those food items, I almost never choose the nuts and the vegetables. I choose fruits pretty much all the time, okay? And when I say almost all the time, like I really mean it. I mean, I'll go months and months without eating a vegetable. I'll go more than months and months and months without eating a nut or a seed, right? So let's talk about what that looks like, what it looks like when I usually make a departure from my general fare of whatever, pineapples, mangoes, apples, pears, tomatoes, that kind of stuff. So what does it look like when I'm not doing that? Gillian Berry just recently posted a vlog for her 40th birthday. And I was there, and it was great. She had some raw vegan gourmet food. I'm not in the habit of eating raw gourmet food, so I went there and I tried some stuff that I never tried before. And it was fantastic. It was really great.
Yeah. And you guys know Eli, he's a fruitarian, so he eats mainly only fruit, right?
There was an apple tree just in the parking lot.
So are you going to indulge tonight at the birthday party? When you go out socially like this, do you indulge or do you stick to the fruit?
Usually I don't. Today I will.
For me,
Today
guys.
I will, yes.
For me.
Today I'm having raw gourmet vegan food.
Oh.
It's going to be awesome.
So we'll get a reaction.
Happy birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Jill.
Because Eli doesn't usually eat this way, so we'll get a reaction when he takes his first bite, you guys.
Usually not, but today's an exception.
I thought Eli was kidding about the apple trees that he found on the property, but look what these fruitarians, they just find food
Come
everywhere.
Come to me for, it's as soon as I parked, I got out of the car literally and I'm like, oh, apple tree.
You guys never see Eli eat anything but fruit, right? But he is gonna have a cheat day. And look at these amazing kale chips I got. These are so good, you guys. These are a cheesy red pepper kale chip. These are from my favorite place, Rotora, and let's see his reaction right now.
So, yes, first time trying kale chips, never tried these before.
No, you've never had kale chips at all?
I've never had kale chips ever in my life.
Whoa.
So this will be the first. Yeah, this
so
will definitely
these
be
are
the first.
cheesy red pepper,
Okay.
and these are sour cream and onion.
Okay, cheesy red pepper, let's try this. Oh wow, that's really good.
Right? These are so good. Even my daughter, she's 9.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these are so good. Can I try another one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. My daughter, my
right,
kids
sorry.
aren't raw vegan, everybody knows that, but she even loves these. They're so good. Look out, guys. He's going to be back on everything after today.
It's really good. It's really good. And of course, if I'm gonna make a departure from what I normally eat, it's gonna be raw vegan stuff. So it's your birthday. It's gonna be a fun day. It's beautiful out. I'm sweating buckets. It's warm as hell out here. It's gonna be a good day. So
It
you know
is
what?
hot.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited to to have dinner and just enjoy the day with you.
It's interesting though, when you live a fruitarian lifestyle, then what happens is you start to get very, very sensitive, right? Your body becomes a lot more finely tuned, okay? to things that aren't as ideal for it. So even with raw food, and especially raw gourmet food, yeah, it's interesting. You can definitely feel the difference between that and your regular fare of fruit. So at that party, I didn't have that much. I didn't have that much raw gourmet stuff. I tried a couple samples that Jill had for me. They had a raw falafel wrap that I had for dinner, and then plus some of the appetizers and whatnot that you saw me eating in that video. But I didn't have that much of it. So the next day, what I felt was the dryness. I would say this, how the raw gourmet stuff made me feel is the first thing that you could detect was the dryness that it produces in the tissues. For me, right? At least. There's a lot of combinations of stuff in there. There's probably some salts that they use as well, which of course I don't recommend that you include in your diet. You can watch my video on salt if you want to get updated on what the salt situation is in the human diet. So don't add salt to your diet. But anyhow, I would say that you can feel the food, whether it's a bit of the dryness in the throat or the mouth, and just a sensation of existing stuff in you. I noticed that with the raw gourmet stuff. And the next morning I could feel that a little bit too. But it wasn't too bad because I didn't have so much of it. I really didn't have so much of it. That day, I also didn't have I didn't have anything much to eat. I might have had just like for some hydration, some stuff prior to going there. I think I had some grapefruit or something before going to the party, but for the day, I didn't really eat anything. So my body's also getting really, really good rest in between my meals generally, especially if I know I'm going to be making a departure. Usually I'll make sure to have good rest prior to. So yeah, I didn't feel too badly, but I just noticed that I was a little bit less hydrated, or it felt a little bit less hydrated. And, but otherwise, it wasn't too bad. Just a bit off your game, but nothing that really detracted me from going back out and working out and whatnot. And then, of course, a couple days into your regular lifestyle again, and you start to feel really good. Earlier this year, I was invited to the Air It Day 2022, festival conference in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio, with Professor Spira and Brother Air and the rest of the gang there. And it was great. They had all sorts of amazing food for people. And it was one of the only times where I could go to a party or a celebration where the food was all plant-based stuff. Much of it raw, plant-based stuff. After the speeches, then we had a picnic and there was a huge salad that people could eat from. And so that was another occasion where I was very happy to just communally eat with everybody. Okay, so now I'll just give you the general umbrella picture of what it looks like when I'm not eating just fruit. And those times come fewer and fewer and further in between now, because I've already gotten a lot of the experimentation out of the way. And, I'm in a position where I'm consulting people and trying to help people out. So a lot of the reason why I do these experiments is sometimes just to know, right? To know what I can offer people and options that I can give people in coaching them through transition, right? So I'm always interested in that. So I'm always going to be very keen and interested in looking up recipes and different things that you can do with food because it's cool. It's an art form. The times I do it for myself to eat are much, much fewer and further in between now. But okay, if one day I feel like having some vegetables, maybe something I could do is sprouts. And I would have a mostly fruit bowl with sprouts added in. So maybe tomatoes. So I could cut up a whole bunch of tomatoes, maybe some peppers, and then throw in a bunch of sprouts, right? Mostly a fruit salad of tomatoes, peppers, and sprouts. That's an idea of something that I've done in the past. Oh, at the Air Day Festival, there was a cashew cream that was made for everybody to put on their salad. I'd never tried cashew cream before, so I tried some there, and it was good. I also tried making some on my own just to see how minimal I could make a cashew cream, and it still tastes good. So I made myself this a zoodle dish with a cashew cream sauce. And it was pretty good. Will I ever make that for myself? again? Probably not, but at least now I know. And if I know someone is still looking for lots of stimulation or flavors, I can suggest that and say, oh, but make sure to add such and such because it might be a bit bland if, you keep that out, right? So I have a better idea. But it was good. If I want a more lettuce-based, like an actual lettuce or vegetable bowl, then something I could do would be, okay, let's go with lettuce, mostly lettuce. I'll be honest. It'll be mostly lettuce, and I might add some shaved carrot, shaved radish, tomatoes, probably lots of tomatoes. Tomatoes are the go-to vegetable meal addition. I don't think you can go wrong with tomatoes and lettuce. It's just, it always tastes really good. Oh, for a little sweetness, maybe some raisins or cranberry. I say cranberries, but I never use cranberries because, you can use cranberries if you want in a salad like that. It's just that it seems like it's impossible to find cranberries that aren't treated with chemicals. I don't know why that is. There are other dried fruits like raisins that you can find without being treated with stuff. But yeah, so be careful when you're buying cranberries because I've never seen any from the store that aren't treated with stuff. You can find organic raisins though. Let me run through that again. So it's lettuce, primarily lettuce, probably not that many other greens besides lettuce greens as the base. Throw in a whole bunch of tomatoes, carrots, raw radish. Radish is a nice tasting vegetable, and a dried fruit, raisins or maybe chopped up apricot, even chopped up date. That could be a vegetable meal that I eat as a treat. I haven't had a meal like that this year. Save for the Erit Day celebration that I was telling you about, where they had salad for people. So that would have been it for the year that I had a bowl of lettuce or vegetables like that, right? Just to give you an idea of how infrequently I do eat like that. Oh, avocado. Okay, so avocado is something that I don't usually eat, but if I feel like splurging and having that rich, creamy salad, then I'll use avocado in a salad with whatever else in there. Like I said, same types of things, tomatoes, peppers, whatever it is. And the last thing I'll say is when you adopt a lifestyle like this or similar to this also doesn't mean that you should guilt yourself or feel stress or anxiety or just get down on yourself if you do make a departure from all fruit. We are all human beings, okay? Yes, I do have enough conviction and familiarity and utter comfort with how I live to go out to a lavish restaurant where everybody's eating whatever and I don't care and I'll pull out a bowl of tomatoes and just eat them or a melon. Yes, I'm perfectly comfortable doing that. But then when you make the choice, the free choice, because you are in control to not do that, then you can, and you should do that without any stress or worry or guilt, okay? If you are at the helm, if you are the commander of the vessel. If you've been eating raw or mostly raw for whatever, several months, and at some point, some cooked food comes into the picture, fairly healthy cooked food comes into the picture. Should you stress yourself out if you have some or what? No, you shouldn't, right? Just relax. Just relax, be a human being, eat, and then get back into your normal routine afterward. Again, it's what you do consistently, right? Health is a momentum principle, or works on a momentum principle, and it's what you do consistently from day to day, the most often. That is what counts, and that is what's going to give you the health benefits, right? The occasional departure is not going to cost you much, so long as you stick to what is ideal as often as possible, or more often as possible. And that won't require discipline as you get used to it. You'll just want to do that because that's what feels best, right? And at this point, what feels best to me is fruit. And so that's what I make the willful choice to do. Anyway, I hope that gives you an idea of what I do when I'm not eating only fruit, and that you got something out of this. So that's it for now. Subscribe to the FreeMelon Society if you like videos like this. Make sure to give me a like or a thumbs up, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Okay, until next time.